Hello.
I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. 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 Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my channel. I am so glad to see you all here for the 10K Sunday. We are coming through the home stretch, you guys. We're on third base right now. Or no, second base right now, technically, I guess. We at second base. We got somebody on first. I'm trying to get to third base because Bethany is next, and then Bethany gonna take us home. Yeah, that's why I said second base. There we go. It was a metaphor. I was gonna make it work. I was figuring it out in my head. Y'all heard it all out loud. It's okay.
You got there at the
It's
end.
a cachet stream. You just never know what you're gonna get. So I have Amy who is in here first, asking what everyone is writing today. So y'all go ahead and let us know what you're working on while my co-hosts introduce themselves.
What to do, everybody? I'm Grayson Wild, and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasies and into mugs of coffee. I'm currently working on getting some videos on my channel, some of which will include my journey of transitioning, and I'll be thrilled if you lovely souls will join me. Today I'm working on my fantasy, and I'm really excited.
Okay, come through intro. Yeah, that's my big brother right there. Like that's the intro for you. All right, I'm feeling that. Go ahead.
That was great.
Okay, my bad. All right, you know me. I can get it. I can get it. All right, Tamara, it's on you.
Well, dang. I don't have it like that.
He just rolled out with it, right? Like he was like, dude, I write with pride. Yes.
Listen,
You write with pride, bro.
Do that. Bring those videos. Yes. My name is Tamara Wisdom, a cozy mystery author, and I'm working on Beachbound 2, the follow-up to my novella Wiped Out. Oh, I've written 3,026 words so far today.
Hello, I am Sky, and I typically write paranormal romance under the name St. Haggis, and this is actually my very first time making it to one of Cachet's streams, so I'm really excited about that, because usually she streams when I'm like, it's bedtime. So
I'm so glad you're here.
there's that. Today I am working on an anthology submission, and I'm currently sitting at just over 5,000 words. So I'm not going to hit that 10K because this is my last stream for the night. I am done, but I'm hoping to actually finish the story before the stream is done. So that's a plus.
That's exciting.
So I guess that would make me the wonderful Dana Gollin. I write erotica under the pen name Ava Fox, and I have spent some time with Grayson behind the scenes, so I know that that intro has been a long time coming. Congratulations. So, congratulations. That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful. And I have been kind of a slacker. I've been trugging away at chapter 5 of Someday. I kind of liked it in the beginning, and then I had to rework it. So I am sitting at about 1,500 words. Take it away.
I know, I keep doing the left-right thing. Like, which way are we going? Hello. My name is Eve Daniels, a.k.a. The Nerdy Nanny. I try to create kids' books that empower, educate, and inspire little tiny minds. And right now I'm working on a multicultural fiction cookbook type thing. It'll make sense when you read it. It's going to be called the Wooden Spoon series. And I'm at 3,561 words for the day. So I'm trying to get to my personal goal of 5K. I've been trying to hit 5K a day, 5 days a week. This will probably be the only time that I actually hit that, but it keeps me getting in the words. And I have met the Miss Cachet before because she was the first person who streamed with me because I was too scared to do it alone.
Aww.
And you did a fantastic job. We brought them a character mapping workshop, and it was so much fun, and we learned so much. So you didn't have nothing to be worried about. And somebody said I was very dark, so I'm like trying to like give y'all some light. But bro,
I didn't know that was your first stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was my first stream ever.
Yep.
She just
And
hopped
2
right in.
streams in, and she had 100 subscribers.
Yes.
2 streams in, and she had 100 subscribers.
Over 100 subscribers.
That's what that networking do, right?
Yeah.
That's what getting out your comfort zone do.
Dude, seriously. Well, and I've done public speaking and stuff before because obviously I'm a nanny, so I do tutoring and I do after school programs and all that kind of stuff. But tiny children are very easy to impress because if they annoy you, you just grab them by the ankles and hold them upside down until they scream. You know?
That's what I do with my kids. Shh.
Yeah, they think it's cool. My nephew loves it. My biceps disagree.
I am like my.
So y'all know
My kids are
I
far
am a big supporter of my subscribers, and I love y'all, and I pay attention to y'all. And I wrote down that we have some birthdays that come up specifically when I'm streaming. And so I have a birthday shout out for Miss Chelsea E. Sharp because she told me during a stream that her birthday was going to be on the 10K Sunday, and I wrote it down. And I seen that she was going to be here. And so I wanted to make sure everybody knew that today was Miss Chelsea's birthday.
Aww.
Happy
So,
birthday.
So y'all know if y'all tell me when y'all birthdays are and I stream on there, like I know on the 30th when I stream, it's going to be Caitlin's birthday. I got it written down here, y'all. I be paying attention because I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. So we got a lot of comments and a lot of people in here. So we're going to try to go through these as fast as I can. We got Lottie, Amy, Lauren, Cheryl, By the Brook, my T-Town friend. We from the same hometown. Love it, love it, love it. We got Eve, and I'm so happy you found the live write-ins. I'm glad that you're here. It has been great getting to see you in the comments. Alexis is here. You guys should subscribe to Alexis. She streamed on my channel on Saturday with me and Miss Dana for Self-Care Saturdays, and she sold clothes for her doll. It was really, really amazing.
Yeah,
all right, y'all. You know what we always say. It is not a stream without Devin. And here he is. What were you going to say, Dana? I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say she's got a totally awesome daughter who also joined us because she was.
Oh yeah, she had a lot
right
to tell
there.
us, and it was the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Devin said there's a lot of streams today, and Lottie says, "Yeah, but this is cachet. I'm with it, Lottie. I'm with it." We got okay. So is this Shankirti Ignacio? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But I don't think I've seen you on my channel before, and I'm saying hello. How are you? I think your avatar is cute. We have Alice Cho. I don't think I've seen you here. I think I've seen you on other streams, but I'm not sure if I've seen you on my channel. If I have, I do apologize, but it is nice seeing you today. We got Bethany, who will be taking us home. She is where we will be going after my stream. So y'all don't forget to follow that playlist that's in the description box below, as well as all these lovely ladies' channels on there as well. And Bro Pro Grayson's channel will be added on there as well. Kitty C. Regina, hey. Glad you made it. Oh, so last night we had storms, and I know there were storms in Arizona, and I know there were storms in a lot of places last night. Like it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Tamara pulling double duty over there. All right, we got Sarah. Sarah said that she's been enjoying the live streams too. I saw that earlier before it erased everything. All right, Omaro, it's nice to see you. Yep, you know it's the song. And Sarah said she was waiting for Dean. It's Dean, right? Is that one Dean? Yep.
He
Damn.
smells food. Go ahead and grab it.
I like it. Brooke coming in with the meat remix. I ain't got no tea, but I got my mocha. I'm feeling it. Oh, keep me from sleep so you're on your phone. Well, thank you for supporting and giving me watch time. I appreciate you being here. Hi. Did you tell me how to say your name? I wasn't sure if you told me how to say it. I love my little theme song. Oh, somebody just joined us.
Hey, I gotta mute the thing. Yeah, there we go. Sorry I'm late.
No problem. You want to go ahead and do your intro?
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Amber Craft. I write paranormal romance, and I've been life sprinting all day, so I'm back. So yeah. Construction made getting food take twice as long, sorry.
Ow.
Ooh. Oh, love you too, Brooke. We got Alley Cat and Amelia. Amelia, I don't think I've seen that avatar before.
Ooh,
I
I
don't
like
think
that.
I've seen that before. I like Spire, so I would have remembered that. All right, the bro Sid is in the house. He said he needs some tea. Yes, Charlie and Rod in time for tea. I love it. Once upon a Rosanna. Hello, it's nice to see you here. I think I've seen you in other streams earlier today, so welcome to my channel. Monica Stevens is here. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Wow, I got an email about this. Never gotten emails before. Hey, all right, YouTube trying to step his game up just a little bit. For
See,
you,
this is
those
why
of
you
you
gotta ring the
guys who don't
bell.
know, I gotta switch to my voice. This weekend it'll be the Evergreen Writing Oasis virtual writing retreat. And Miss Catalea Storm will be there on the diversity panel. Not only will she be there, but she is helping to provide us with interpreters to make this diversity panel more accessible to other author tubers. That is something that we wanted to do for you guys on this retreat. So I think everybody should go subscribe to Catalea's channel. Has great content, great information, and if you have not seen the disability stream with her, Lauren, and Dana, you should definitely go watch it because they were dropping gems for a full 3 hours. Like, it was amazing. And it sparred our August disability writing challenge that will be announced at the first. So stay tuned for that. We got Savvy Witch Bolts and Cheryl Rundle. Hi, Dal. It's nice to see you. And we got Claire from Australia. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. We got Kimberly with the judgmental cat. I can't even say grumpy. He's just judgmental. The naked firefly making sure to say hi. I woke up at the end of Tamara's and got trying to go back to sleep. We appreciate you being here. A bookership session. For those of you who don't know, a bookership session, and I will be doing the small booktubers tag before the end of this month. So definitely check out their channel and get to know them. They have some great content they're trying to put out and get started in the AuthorTube community. So just be ready for their videos when they start putting those out. Charlie is at 6,856 words. You better work. Oh, it jumped. Savvy says to smash that like button. Dana is making sure Chelsea knows we say happy birthday. There's a Charlotte. For those of you guys who don't know, I met Charlotte last week during the 12-hour relay, and she is part of the Aussie AuthorTubers that had the Chaos-a-thon this weekend. I had such a great time. I was up at 6-something this morning watching them talk, and it was just amazing. I love hearing them talk about any and everything. The conversation just goes all over the place. It's amazing. Let me make sure. Oh, I see Emily was in here somewhere. There's Emily. I met Emily streaming on the relay. Y'all, I want y'all to understand this is a really good opportunity for y'all to network and meet other authors and expand your friend group and just get to meet new people. Like, these streams are great for that. So please don't miss out on that opportunity while you're here. We got Lizzie Bellina. It's nice to see you. I'm so sorry you've had a bad headache all weekend, but I hope you're feeling great enough to write as well. And the blind mage, we got Nikki in the house.
Hello.
Jessica is here. She says, I'm here, but I'm not doing a lot. That's perfectly all right. Sydney Jean, first of all, that avatar. I love it. I love it. I love it. And
Yes.
you do have to make some tea. It is a thing on my channel. Sui made it. Sui, it's so good to see you. So I've gotten to know Sui over the last week, being at the Aussie Author Tubers thing. Y'all, I'm gonna keep pumping everybody up that I've met over the last week. I've met some incredible people. Y'all should go check them out. With that being said, I do already have the timer up and ready so we can go into the sprint because I was prepared for this moment. And I will be using the timer that Sid created. Sid put out a 15-minute timer today, you guys. Put in some real hard work to get that out there. So I want to show him some love. If you have not subscribed to his channel, you should, because he's going to hit you with it one time and
Yes.
give you some good information and unbox some stuff and let you see some stuff. He does it all, y'all. And I'm just so appreciative of his work. So with that being said, let's get into this sprint. All right. How did everybody do? Let us know in the comments how you did. How did everybody do on the panel? How did you guys do?
426 words.
I did some planning, didn't really write too much new words.
I'm trying to reorganize my desk from our video for my new intro earlier. Trying to find my notes.
I wrote 234 words.
Have I not been muted this entire time?
I don't know.
I got 53 words, but I had to do a lot of thinking because this scene I'm working on is really intense.
I got 287. I had to abandon one of my kids' cooking books because I need to test the recipes before I can do anything else. So I'm on to the Swedish one, and I'm discovering that I don't remember the recipes as well as I thought, and also my family's traditional recipe is not that traditional because half the ingredients you can't get in America. So it's a mongrel of a recipe.
Good work, you guys. So, a bookish obsession, is this 2,102 for the day or for that sprint? Questions that really need answers because I need to know your secret if it's the sprint.
It would have to be like.
He definitely read that 5,000 words in an hour book.
Right. Hey, Megan, how are you? It's good to see you with your 198. Eve got 247. Emily is here. It's nice to see you, Emily. 285. Shannon Curdy, am I saying it right? Got 2 pages down. Brooke did a tiny bit, but not a lot. Claire got 190 in this impossible series. Amy says same. Lauren edited a video. Cheryl got no words but a cooking dinner this time. Sis says, thank you, Chrome, for speech to text. I bet. Charlie got 288 words and left us with a tidbit. Sarah checked out her video to make sure she didn't upload a broken video again. Cheryl got 154. Jabria, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Jabria, that's what I'm assuming, said 39. Christian just got back from seeing Hamilton, so got no words. Regina got 464. Ooh. Sarah got 582. Annie got 205. Lizzie Bellina got 319. Leo, it's nice to see you again. It's so good to see you. I love your avatar with your 205. I called a Magnemite. I got questions.
Pokemon.
See, because I sure wish I figure out what it was. No, I don't.
Man, I was gonna see how long it took her.
You got that much in a sprint? Look at what was you doing?
2,102 in a sprint?
Yeah, because that wasn't a 20-minute sprint. That wasn't a 30. That was a 15-minute sprint. I needed to know what you did.
Is it a book? Did you read the Chris Fox book?
Did you talk it out? Like, did you type that much in 15 minutes? Who do you work for? Are they paying you enough? Because I don't think so. If you can type that many words a minute, I don't think they paying you enough. I really don't.
Even when I was writing and I would use the sprints to type up what I wrote, I still couldn't type that many words in 15 minutes. You bad.
Once Upon a Rosanna says 380 words, and I think my brain is melted. Oman Rose gonna head out before she crashes. You're very welcome, and everyone who participates. We all thank you for coming through and blessing us with your beautiful avatar. You have blessed our screens continuously today.
They have definitely given us something to talk about, for sure.
Right. Kimberly has 6,219 for the day. You are welcome. Welcome for the stream. Y'all, I have not had no sleep, so that's why y'all getting all these yawns. So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because I'm a trooper and I'm gonna stick it out, right?
Yes.
Emily moved into the office and made coffee. Oh, and StreamYard jumped. Alley Cat didn't write anything, been distracted. Lottie got 138. Bethany got 233 and a Bloody Mary.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh no, I overstayed. Hard to remember the timing when I'm immersed in an audiobook. I'm here again. Oh, no worries. Charlotte packed a few parcels, got the post pickup ready, and moved about 40 parcels downstairs. I appreciate you having us on while you are working. That's real support right there. I appreciate that. Let's see. Jabria. Okay, so that was gonna be my second guess. I wasn't sure. Jabria. I can't remember that. I like that. So okay, so my main character for G's Never Went to College, her name is Asharia, and that's what your name reminded me of when I saw it. Did the bookish obsession? Who do you work for? I can't think. I'm just asking. I got questions. I got real questions.
Fastest
The
ghostwriter
myth
ever.
is here with a peacock. You know, I'm writing about a peacock, so I'm appreciative of this avatar. Morning, y'all. I got 7:15 in that sprint because I'm zero drafted. A fun chapter. That is awesome. How I got 2,000 words in an hour. Yeah, we trying to know how he did it in 15 minutes. We got questions. It's good to see you, girl. Lay your out. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a simple great one. I had to find something simple. You know what? I Ain't Got No Sleep would be a great remix because it really ain't got none. Like, at all. Words of the Web. Heck, I'm pretty sure like all my favorite characters just died in this show I'm watching. So, confession time for Cachet. If I know a character I like is going to die, I don't watch the rest of the show. I have never seen that my favorite character from Orange is the New Black dies. Somebody told me she dies and I was like, forget that show. I'm never watching it again. It's a true thing.
I've done that. People tell me characters die in a show, and I'm just like, well, I don't need to see it anymore.
Right. A magician never reveals their secrets. Oh, you gonna be stingy with the goods, I see. All right, so before we go into the next sprint, we had a question from the audience. What are y'all's cure to self-doubt? So I'll go first. For me, my cure to self-doubt is my support system and my fam. So as of recently, the self-doubt that I've experienced, when I've experienced it, I've been able to call on Grayson, I've been able to call on Sid, I've been able to call on the Naked Firefly, and all of them have been there without any hesitation, no matter what time of the night. And all I can say is that is thanks to putting myself out there through the AuthorTube community and reaching out. Like, I saw us interacting in the comments, and I was like, yo, like, I really dig this person. Let me reach out. I'm like, hey, you want to come private sprint with me? You want to get to know me? I think you're cool. You seem cool. I'm pretty cool. We could be cool together. And now I got a big brother, little brother, and a big sister out of the whole thing. Like, I'm just saying, it just kind of worked itself out. So
it reminds me so much of that fourth grade mentality of just walking up to another kid, be like, you're cool. I'm cool. Let's go play Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, you never get to do that as an adult these days, you know? But I feel like AuthorTube and sort of the YouTube
you do if your name's Cachet.
Yeah. But it's like, in this kind of format, you can, you know? You can, like, be like, there's a human being that I think I want to spend more time with. I'm going to find him.
Like, there's literally only one other person at work. It don't matter whether I like him or not. We're together. You can't choose.
I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Cachet. My only major self-doubt I really felt was with writing. And with her immediately just kind of not walking up literally, but for her just coming up to me saying, hey, let's talk. Let's get to know each other. And I was like, I saw you on stream before. I don't know. That kind of worried me because you never know if the person behind the screen is the same person in front. And she is. She's just as genuine as you see her in her videos. And the Naked Firefly, Sid. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then talking to Dana. And then I met the nerdy nanny, and she was just amazing. and to have people to talk to and reach out. And I'm no longer afraid to reach out and talk to people now. So I'm a little bit more active in chat, and I'm popping up to more people's streams and meeting more people. And it's like, okay, I have no reason to be so worried, so freaked out. And because of Cachet, I'm over here actually working on something that I haven't touched in 5 years.
That's cool. See, you do magic.
It's
You
good.
do magic.
It's so good, y'all. Like when he brought it to critique group, I was like, oh my gosh, I need more of this. Like I was so excited. Like, yeah, y'all know me. If it's a good story, I'm gonna tell y'all it's a good story because I like it. So
Oh yeah.
I deal with self-doubt by I have a good support system, and a lot of times I just have to work through it because I find that self-doubt, it crops up often, especially if I'm trying something new or if I'm doing something, if I'm stretching beyond what my normal boundaries are. So I really have to push past it and not let the self-doubt stop me, because the support that I receive from other people is wonderful, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm still alone with my own thoughts, and I have to kind of corral them and go through what I need to get to the other side and to still do what I need to do, essentially.
Your turn, Sky.
I had to make sure I was not muted.
I saw that. Like, look down. Like, wait before I start moving my lips.
Let me just check. So I'm actually a mixture of basically what everyone else has said so far. A lot of my self-doubt actually doesn't come through with the writing, but it's like with the people I interact with. It's the feeling of like not having somewhere to belong, even though those same people I hang out with tell me I do. That feeling is always there. And so it's a lot of just working through it and then allowing myself to basically wallow for a specific amount of time and then be like, nope, you're done. Let's get over this now. And just pushing through it. Kind of like what Tamara said.
Yeah. I just have to piggyback off of everybody. Because like I get a lot of encouragement from my community, and I love it when like Tamara and Cachet and Sarah and all these other people get a hold of my work and then they tell me that I'm good, because these are people that I look up to who've gone there and have done these things. And ultimately, like Tamara said, at the end of the day, it's me typically hiding like on my bedroom floor trying to convince myself that I can do it. And yeah, so I really appreciate my community.
Yeah, I'm in sort of the Tamara Sky camp of I just gotta push through. I don't usually have a whole lot of self-doubt with my writing, just because if no one likes it, I don't care. I wrote it for me, and there's going to be a 4-year-old someone that likes it, even if it's just because I have an amazing illustrator. But I currently have a raging case of imposter syndrome because little backstory. I mentioned I was moving to Sweden in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah, that's because I got into grad school after 10 years at the age of 30. So I'm going to be the oldest person in a classroom full of 22-year-olds, and I haven't been in a lab in 8 years. And I can't take any of the prerequisite classes that I was going to take because all of the live classes are closed. And so I keep going through this thing of like, I'm going to step into a lab and they're going to realize that I'm not good enough to be here. And then I sort of let myself go through that for a bit. Kickboxing helps with that because it helps you to let that stress out. And then I go, if they let me in a lab and I'm not smart enough to be there, that's their fault because they're the ones that let me into the school. So it's kind of like just let myself like feel insecure for a little while and be like, well, nothing I can do about it now. Might as well go.
I think that was a good question. Go ahead.
I think for me it's a lot of what everybody else said, but at the same time, like I have a hard time telling people I need help or asking for help, so I will just let myself self-doubt myself until I just have to kick my butt and get out of it, because I don't know how to ask for people, because I was always that kid that was bullied and didn't really have a group they fit in. So even though I've got all you friends, I hate asking for help because then I feel weak. So I have to just kick my own butt and ask for it sometimes.
Yeah. That was a really good question, though. You're right.
That was a really good question. And just to speak on something that I've seen in the comments, and even what Amber just said, I feel like if you do have friends and they are willing to be there for you and to help you, please use those friends. Please accept that help, because you not accepting it could be detrimental for you without you even realizing it. You isolating yourself could be detrimental for you. Writing itself is a solitary thing in itself. And sometimes you need community. And I just would encourage you to make sure that you're trying to, at least with those people that are already in your circle. Maybe it's harder to reach out to new people. I completely understand that. But try to keep your circle going, because that really means a lot. That really helps you out a lot. So
Yeah.
just for the people in the comments, I just saw a lot of comments about isolating yourself and things like that. And I would encourage you to step outside of that just a little bit, because it would do and work wonders for you. And the time that I've stepped out of my shell to reach out and grow to people to where I'm at now, it has completely changed my writing. I finished way more projects. I put out way more blog posts. I put out way more videos, way more content. You'd be surprised what it could do for you, because it helps to boost your confidence when you have people who believe in you surrounding you.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, I think it's also really important when you have people in your life that you do communicate with, to communicate what you need effectively. Because if you're not feeling great, or you're feeling a little vulnerable, and you reach out and you send someone, hey, would you mind taking a look at this? If you're reaching out for support, you need to clearly communicate, hey, I'm feeling a little low. Would you take a look at this and tell me if you think it's any good? Or, just clearly communicate those expectations, because so much of the time we reach out to people, but be like, hey, what are you doing? Expecting them to know that something's up, to just somehow have figured it out. And it's like, unfortunately, the psychic abilities haven't quite kicked in.
You better say that. You better say that. I am the biggest believer of when something is going on, of talking to people, being clear about what's going on. Communication is key. You better say those words, all of those words that need to be said.
Yes.
So Christian asked if we had, right, Christian asked about any advice for writing a sequel. Now, I've never written a sequel for a book. I've only written sequel for short stories. And for me, I had to leave open questions in the first one. And in the second one, I had to make sure I answered every question. That's the only advice that I have for you, is whatever unanswered questions in the first one better be answered in the second one, or you're going to have some very upset readers. That's the biggest piece of advice I got for you. But I will be writing a blog post about short stories in August, so maybe that will be more help, because by then I would have written multiple sequels to short stories, so I'd have more advice at that point.
I will say this, there's something I learned from Alina, minor standalone serials, but when she was writing Flight of the Phoenix, the first one, she would try to stop the books to where there were no cliffhangers, but then you could read the second book and get more detail. And no matter what you do, someone will always complain that you left something open. Like, you'll never make everybody happy, so don't try.
Yeah. See, and I do the opposite. I try to leave all my stories with something that's unanswered, because to me, those are my favorite books. I like the stories that my head keeps playing through, like, over and over. But what if this? But what if that? I like being able to take someone else's words and then just turn them into my own personal plaything in my brain. But I write fan fiction, so.
I think that's why I like serial fiction, because there's always a book later that you get a little bit more of a snippet.
A little bit more.
Amber, I'm really glad you got like a face that can come above these message boards, because like I can only see your
I know, I'm
eyes.
like,
And like you do a real good job. So Charlotte says, anyone with imposter syndrome, look up The Art of Asking and The Fraud Police by Amanda Palmer. 2 great videos on YouTube. Also, Art of Asking is a book I highly recommend. There's some advice for you guys dealing with self-doubt. I hope that helps. Melanie and Mondre said, can we get a 5 or 6 in the morning stream? Ooh,
sure, while I'm on the way to work.
you want me to love y'all. Like,
Wait, what
not
time zone she in?
but love. Like, you know, that double love.
That
To
is
get
a
up
good
at 5 or
question.
6 in the morning.
time
Is
zone?
that what zone are we talking about?
Because if she's talking 5 or 6 in the morning, that's
6 or 7 my time. If it's
Yeah.
your time.
and it's. But after I move, that'll be like
2 in the morning for you. Something like that.
like midnights. Time zones.
Right? Time zones are the devil, y'all.
Tell her to hook up with Tamara. Tamara.
Right, we need to figure it out. Leo says, I think a big part of curing self-doubt is to accept it's a thing that doesn't need curing. Everyone experiences, so accept it, make a plan to work through it, and try to have others in your process. We just gonna give all the words today, huh? We was like, it's 10K Sunday, y'all probably experiencing some things. So during Cachet stream, we're gonna talk a little bit more than we write, just a little bit, because
Can
it
we turn
sounds
that
like
into a
y'all need it
motivational
today.
poster?
I know, right? Do we like we need to put this on a little card.
Yeah, like
that needs
can
to
I
be
just
on a
hang
card.
it up on my bulletin board?
I have permission to use this. You know, I want to ask. We don't want to. We writers don't want to get accused of plagiarism. So can I use this comment to on my Instagram to help everybody dealing with self-doubt? I just want to go ahead and just crop it into a little thing.
Yeah, I think if you delete, if she says cool, I think if you delete the I think and then just copy it from there, it's like,
I don't think I
nice
know.
quarter at the bottom.
We know everybody experiences self-doubt. Charlie says, I learned that during my unscheduled mental health vacation a couple years ago. Yeah, there are some things you learn over time. Like, it's real. Words of the Word says, I haven't had real life friends in years, but I love this community so much. Guys, y'all are so supportive and amazing, and I feel like I made some friends here. That makes me so happy. That is what I wanted when I got into this. I was like, I want to showcase my author journey so I can go back and look at it, and I want to build community with people, and it just makes me so happy to know that we're doing that. Sid said we finna make him cry. Leo said that's a great point. A Bookship Session says, any advice for not feeling so lost in the community as a small creator? Honestly, for me, I would don't think in terms of big or small. Because some people would argue to you now that I'm not a small creator for the most part because of where I'm at now. But this happened in 2 months. Ain't nothing about me changed. Ain't nothing about my channel changed. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to figure this all out. Like, I've just gotten to the point where for the last, a month and a half, 2 months, I've been putting out a video a week. That wasn't something I was doing the entire time. So I would say don't focus on how big or small you are. Focus on finding your place in the community. Because your place, your gifts, who you are will make room for you. So who you are will grow how you need it to grow. People will see what you're doing, and they will gravitate towards you if you have things that they are interested in. But that only happens if you're focused on you and what you want to do, and not what you think is going to get you a big subscriber count. That's my opinion.
And I feel like a lot of this ties into what we've been talking about like imposter syndrome and self-doubt. But the other thing, at least for me, because I started not long after you, but it's I think the other thing that helps is go around and find all the other lost little orphans of the creator space, because there's a few dozen of us out there that are like, 10 subscribers, 12 subscribers, and it's just, there's a lot of folks you can find that you like their content, and you can just make your own little group, But also don't be afraid to reach out to those who you think maybe, like the first thing I ever did for AuthorTube was I was just like, I'm just gonna message a bunch of people on AuthorTube and do a collab with Marissa Mohi and Lizelle Sandberry, and they were like, okay. It's like, cool. I had 6 subscribers. And they were just like, yeah, that sounds nice. Let's make a video.
One good resource for
there's,
finding smaller author tubers or people that have less subscribers or people who are newer. Sarah Schwarmover, she does the AuthorTube newbie videos. So she tries to find as many people as possible who have less than 100 subscribers. And it's like a really good way to find people who are just starting out, just like you.
Yeah. The only other advice I'd say would be make the content you want to make. Don't say, okay, this person has this many subscribers, I'm going to do what they do and try to copy other people, because then you're not being authentically you. And that's what everybody in the AuthorTube community wants to see, is who you are. So don't worry about subs. Don't worry about, just be you, and everything will fall into place.
And that's true. Authenticity, people can tell too. You know, when you're being you, they know. When you're being something else, they're like, this is funny. I'm never going to watch them again.
I completely agree with that. I agree with this too. Lack of communication causes issues that didn't need to start to begin with. That is so very true.
Grace, is you double teaming?
I know, he over here dropping gems on the screen and in the chat. I'm probably going to plan out the second book, because when I wrote the first book, I let it flow and built the story up while I wrote. But in the last few recent books, that method hasn't worked well. Are you a discovery writer, Christian? I have questions.
It sounds like
let's
it.
go through and let's see where all I have. Okay, Charlotte says the Chaos Corner started before any of us were big. Emily and Renee had only just started. Danny and I had been friends already since we both started at the time. So a lot of these do happen from just reaching out and organically trying to get to know people. Emily says, definitely just be yourself. I was worried about my rantiness, but apparently people love it.
Yeah.
Jessica said, it took me 2 years to get to 300 subscribers. Once I started doing live shows and really trying to network in the past year, things have grown so much. I'm telling you,
the lives is where
networking is key. Networking and live stream.
And I think that's the reason that it's been easier for me as a business major. That's all we're taught to do. As an international business major, you are taught networking from jump with all types of people. Like, especially being an international business major, I had to study abroad in Greece, and I had to do business things in Greece with these people that had no idea who I was or anything like that. These people thought I was from Canada. Whole thing. But because of that, I'm the biggest person of the worst thing they can do is say no.
Yeah.
The worst thing they can do is say no. No, I don't want to do this collab with you. No, I don't want to be on your live stream. Okay. That's the worst that could happen. At least you asked. At least you saw what could happen. So, but I mean, Bookish Obsession, you already kind of know that, right? Because you reached out to me to do a tag, and we're coming up with one. So you already are doing things right there to help you not be so lost, even if you don't realize it. I'm trying to make sure I get through these because people are asking. All right, yes, I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. Very, very true. Let's see. I've been wanting to reach out for a while, but I'm still shy and lots of self-doubt here. Okay. Well, yeah, I will definitely check my Twitter after this. Let's see. Betty says, I have no in real life writer friends, but that YouTube is where I met the people I needed. It has, right? It's awesome. I do an AuthorTube to chronicle my writing, etc. If I could do it with a paper bag over my head. Oh, Cheryl, I'm sure it's not that bad. Right? We all need a word sometimes. We do. Yeah. Lauren says, know what you can offer in network. Lauren is the queen of network. Okay, y'all. Let me tell y'all what Lauren did, right? Lauren saw me on somebody's stream, and Lauren was like, can I stream with you tonight? And I was like, well, we gonna stream next week, and it's gonna be a disability panel. It happened like that. That 3-hour stream that dropped so many gems and gave so much information happened because Lauren reached out and wanted to stream with me. And I was like, how can I make this beneficial for all of us? It's that simple, you guys. Like, really, it really is. Grace says, reaching out to others, dive into all the different streams and video content that you can. Join people's Instagrams, Twitters. It's that very true. Tamara runs a Twitter chat that happens every Tuesday called hashtag Right Stuff. It's a great way to get involved in community. It's a great way to get involved in things and learning from other people. For the month of July, it's just been random topics, and people have been dropping knowledge about things that you would never have thought to ask about or never have thought to think about. And it's just a wealth of knowledge is there for you if you are there looking for it. Is pretty much the thing that I'm trying to say. Bethany says, yeah, stick with the content you want to make. I cannot do anything aesthetically pleasing ever, but that's not what I like to do. Why was I trying so hard? It makes sense. Focus on what you can do. Like, it took me forever to start making videos because I was like, I don't like the backdrop. I don't like what's in the office. I don't like these things. Cash, shut up and just do it. And I shut up and I just did it. And we see what's happened, right? All right, y'all. We have gotten quite a bit of conversation, and your girl is still trying to hit 10K. So we're gonna do another sprint, and I'm definitely gonna go back through here and see all you guys' answers on when you want me to stream now, because I'm going to do a new stream time in August. So definitely don't forget to drop those in there. And if you do have more questions, go ahead and drop them in there. Maybe we can do this on another stream on Thursday, and we can just answer questions. I got some extra stream time for the month of July, so y'all let me know what you want. Let me know in the comments. And with that, let's get this sprint started. everybody do? Let us know how you did in the comments. And while they let us know how they did in the comments, how about my co-host let us know how you do and answer how you deal with stress and or writer's block. And I didn't realize my avatar was still off. I am nowhere close to the 10,000 words I need to get before my head hits the pillow. So we just gonna say that. How I deal with stress and or writer's block is I crochet or I knit. That's how I deal with stress. I also have an anxiety basket. I'm actually going to do a video on my anxiety basket and what's in there and how you can create one for yourself and what you would use it for. For those of you who don't know, I've said it before, but I have new subscribers. So I live with PTSD. And part of my CBT therapy was to create an anxiety basket. And so in an anxiety basket, during times where you would have an episode, you go to that basket, you use the things in there to help calm you and get you out of it. For me, one of my triggers is thunderstorms. And unfortunately, last night was full of thunderstorms in good old Oklahoma. Yay. So I keep a crochet hook and yarn specifically for an anxiety project. So not the blankets that I always work on, but just a specific project solely for when I'm having an episode. So that's how I deal with stress. I use my anxiety basket. For writer's block, I watercolor, I sketch, I draw, I paint my nails, I read a book, I go for a walk. There are so many different things. But normally I just do something creative. That's not writing, and usually it gives me ideas for writing. Like the short story that I will be releasing on my blog on Friday, Penelope's Curve, was actually inspired by a curve in a path that me and my boyfriend walked our dogs on. So yeah, there you go. So that's my answer. What about you, Sid? Grayson, my bad. Grayson, my bad. Hey, I replayed what I said in my head when you didn't respond right away, and I was like, I said, Sid, bro. Okay, so for the record, you know I ain't been to sleep. You know I ain't been to sleep, so I know you're not super mad. I know you're a little salty, but you're not super mad because you know I ain't been to sleep. I done been up since 3:16 or 3:18 this morning. I got a notification that woke me up, and I've been up and ain't been to sleep since. So yeah, and I've been on this screen this whole time. I have not missed the stream yet.
Oh man.
But you know I love you. You know I love you. I love both of y'all. First of all, don't be wowing me right now. Don't be wowing me right now. Y'all heard me yawning and everything. Y'all, I'm not even about to play with y'all. Grayson, how do you deal with stress and writer's block? And how were you productive that last stint?
All right, so again, my name is Grayson.
Yes, Grayson.
And that's right, I did 416 words. Stress, I usually hop from one project to another. If I'm being stressed out with writing, I'll hop to streaming video games because that's primarily what I do. If I have an issue with that, I chase the cats around the house. For some reason, they like being chased. I don't understand. I don't try to understand. They like it. It happens. So I'm either doing that or I'm cooking. As Cache likes to teach me about, I have a lot of food on my Instagram.
Delicious food.
I love to cook, so I cook. I do anything to try to help the loose side. For writer's block, I try to look at whatever's blocking me from a different angle. So if it's a certain scene that's giving me an issue, I step back and try to look at a different angle, or I ask like my fiance or someone else, like, how would you deal with this certain situation, and try to get their view on that.
Let's see. So for that sprint, I edited chapter 3, so I didn't really add any new words. I was just fiddling, moving things, that kind of gig. For stress, I tend to I take CBD. Sometimes I take naps. Sometimes I take a walk. Sometimes I take a break from social media. I try to figure out what will help me at that moment. It might be binge reading a bunch of books, and it might be giving my mom a call. Like, it's just whatever feels right at the moment. With writer's block, I tend to find that with me, because most of the time I'm mostly doing discovery writing. So I tend to find that when I have some type of block, it's because I've somehow messed something up in what I'm writing. Like there's something that's wrong. Maybe I forced something. Maybe I've taken the wrong path of this, and like it just doesn't work. So a lot of times I'll kind of go back and try to find where I fell off the path, or I'll try to look at the story from a different character's perspective. And another thing I'll do is talk it out. So I might message Dana and be like, "Hey, Dana, what are you doing? Can I talk to you about this story real quick?" And then if she's not like, wrangling her household, she'll be like, "All right." And then I'm like, "Okay." And then a lot of times I'll talk about it, and through all that talking, I'll figure out what I need to do. So, that was a long answer. Sorry.
I wrote 243 words for that sprint. And for stress, I usually I either play video games, watch movies or TV, or read books. Showers help too, because when I stress, I tend to get back and shoulder pain because my muscles tense up. So showers really, really help me a lot. And then for writer's block, part of the reason I work on so many projects at one time, like right now I'm looking at my board and I'm working on like 5, is because of that. I just switch whenever I get stuck.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that that's what a lot of people I've noticed started doing, is working on multiple projects. So when they get stuck in one, they just switch over to the other. As for me, I got 56 fabulous words because I was dealing with a stressor. When I get overly stressed, I cry. I will literally cry because it just is it's just cleansing, and it just is like, and it's like I can't hold on to it anymore. And then once I've gotten that out of my system, I start going backwards. Like, how did I get myself into this position? What can I do to fix it? And let's pull up our bootstraps and move forward. As far as writer's block, I like to go for walks when I get into writer's block, because just being outside, like changing my environment, kind of like what Cachet was explaining, how she went for a walk and she came up with Penelope's curve. I have kind of the visual cues as well, because I'll see the things that I don't see every day, and it'll all of a sudden spark that part of my imagination that says, oh, this is what's going to happen when she runs out of that house barefooted, because, those rocks are sharp.
Don't run out of the house barefooted. Okay, so I got 350, and for writer's block, I'm much the same. I always have, especially with kids' books, because there are multiple stages in the development of kids' books. You have the story, the formatting, you have storyboarding so that you can plan out the pictures. I can hop between, I think I have 6 active projects right now. I don't know, I tend to lose track. But for stress, I tend to do one of 2 approaches. Either I take the Vulcan route and I just bottle everything up and proceed in a calm and logical fashion until I can go to kickboxing and knock snot out of something. Very helpful, highly recommend. Otherwise, I try to look for what it is that's stressing me out, because I can handle quite a bit until there's one thing, that straw that like breaks the camel's back. There's always that one thing that just tips you over the edge, and I find it, and I try to deal with it, because like I had organic chemistry finals going on. I had double shifts coming up. I had books that were behind schedule. And the thing that tipped me over the edge was the collection of coffee mugs piling up and dirty dishes piling up on my desk. I put that away. That took me 5 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I mean, to be clear, I'm still drowning here, but it's fine. It's fine.
I think for me, the stress is pretty much I just spend time with my kid. And she has a way of making me laugh and take it away. But for writer's block, I just go outside. We have like a creek down the road, and I'll sit there and think how I have the story going versus how I wanted it to go. Because I write like just a very basic outline, and does everything work for the series that I'm writing? Or I'll just do something completely random with the kid, and like today I got a random idea from her burning paper. So it tends to help the process.
Just burning paper?
Yeah, she was just burning paper, and I'm at a scene where something's at a beach, and yeah, it sparked a whole idea. I don't know why. It just did.
Interesting. So, a bookish session got 1,984 words, just like the book. Melanie Mondre got 132. Megan McCarthy, 169. Bethany got 632. Shalina got 1 blog post almost done. Christian got 197. Jen Cardi is halfway through Act 2 and filled in some character profiles for my new Sleeping Beauty retelling. Eve got 166, but is in a scene they've been waiting to write for months. Petra got 424. Woot. Emily got 301. Sarah got 559, which puts her at 10,071. You did it! Hey! You wrote your 10K. Hey, you wrote your 10K. Hey, you wrote your 10K. I'm trying to be like you, because I'm not there yet. Mama got 174, jumping back in after a shower and dishes. Emily got a measly 83, but you're close to 118,000. You better write that book, girl. Claire says, I want the video about the anxiety basket. It will be coming the week of the Refresh Me Challenge. For those of you who don't know, I will be participating in the Refresh Me Challenge hosted by the Naked Firefly. It will be a week away from all social media, including YouTube. So because I will not be streaming that week in any form, I will be dropping a video every day that week for you guys. And one of those videos will be about my anxiety basket. So definitely stay tuned for that.
I'm gonna miss you.
Betty, see the basket video on my life is all right, y'all. It's coming. Melanie Marjorie says, Writer Block's Essentials, writing with oils and candles. I have essential oils and candles in my anxiety basket. So you're right on that. Jabria got 100. Charlie got 288, finished the chapter and started another. It is really useful. Okay, yeah, I'm just have to do the video. I see y'all letting me know it's good content. I got y'all. Leo got 297, and then I think we start talking about different things. Oh, nope, I see one. 497 for Sinceriousness. I have to do around 3,500 by the end of the stream to catch up. I took a nap. Hey, that's fine. We got this stream and Bethany's after mine. So we got one more stream, one more section of 2 hours for y'all to get your words in. Cheryl passed the 14K, but she did end up having to leave us for the night. So I hope when you see this on a replay, you have a good night, and so happy that you passed 14K. That's awesome. Let's see. And then y'all giving me stuff because I mixed up the names. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, behave you two in my Naked Firefly voice, because that's exactly how she talks to us.
Yep.
Bethany says, how I deal with writer's block outlining. If I can't write part of my book, it's usually because I messed up part of the outline. Anything else is just me being lazy. Also, talking it out is amazing. I talk stuff out about my books all the time. All the time, with myself, with my boyfriend, with my siblings. Like, talk it out all the time because sometimes you just don't know. Somebody put a really good question in here, but I saw this and I liked it. For writer's block, I watch an extreme amount of TV shows and movies. Especially if I get writer's block is because I fall. Usually, if I get writer's block, is because I've fallen into a bout of depression. So TV sparks my creativity a lot. That's super cool. Lel says yes. Showers help me too. And then of course Cheryl had to leave. Melanie Madre says, I love a good cry. Crying is good. In the words of what is his name? Now I gotta think his name before I cry. Life Jennings. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. If anybody tells you that strong, they're lying. Like one of the realest lines I've ever heard in a song. He says, like, what does he say? Crying is like taking your soul to the laundromat. And I was like, okay, you better say those words. So if y'all don't know, that song is Cry by Life Jennings and it's really good. Okay, here was the question. For people who write multiple stories at once, do you ever find yourself repeating world-building scenes? I realize both of mine are essentially the same story, just different genres. So, as someone who is constantly writing multiple things all the time in completely different genres and categories, the entire world is the same, just at different parts of the world. So Penelope's Curve is set in the same town that eventually becomes the town where Jesus Never Went to College and Project Alyssa are set. In this same town is where for the story I've been working on today, Dorian and the Woman in Red, they live in this same town. That's where their family is from. That story brings on the end of the world that changes the world to the point where it's all islands instead of continents, which brings you to the fantasy I'm writing. So everything starts from one end and works to the other in my world building. So that's how I do it. But none of them are the same story. So with the fantasy series, part of the disability stream, we talked about doing a disability anthology in which the main character had to have a disability. So every short story in the fantasy all have disabled characters as the main character, and so they have nothing else to do with any of the other stories. Like Jesus Never Went to College is a contemporary coming of age story. Has nothing to do with fantasy. Don't have no made up creatures. Don't have no food that sound funny or spelled weird or nothing. It's just plain old, good old Willow Park, Kansas. So yeah, that's my answer to your question. What about y'all?
Yeah. See, I don't really have this problem, but again, I write kids books, so my normal word count is somewhere between 100 and 300 for a picture book. It's not a whole lot of possible scenes to duplicate. But if I do it, it's usually intentional. Like a lot of times I'll have multiple books open in the same series, like this Wooden Spoon series, the cooking one. I have basically the same intro scene for all of them, but it's like intentional. It's always the kid going to meet a relative that is not mom or dad. So like grandma, uncle, aunt, and them saying how much they like spending time with them and how they like cooking because it's their special time together. And then something special about the grandma. Like in the first one, it's she always smells like lemons and roses. And in the second one, it's that Mormor, which is Swedish for mother's mother, always called her Gummen, which is something that my dad used to call me. It means little old lady. It's a pet name that makes no sense, but it's a very endearing pet name. And so the grandma always smiles when she says it. So if I'm duplicating scenes, it's on purpose. But again, my projects are so short that they're done in a couple days. So
in a couple days. The envy bug is coming out. Jeez.
Man, I try not to roll my eyes so hard. I wish. I've been working on Penelope's Curve for like a month and a half.
Then I get to spend the next 6 weeks dealing with my illustrator, trying to figure out storyboard and watercolors and character themes. You want Trey? You want to talk to my illustrator? Actually, my illustrator's
Sounds better than editing.
Yeah, that's true.
So with the Awakening, which I published under my actual name, it's in a fantasy realm. It's in its own little universe. It's a world where it's very earthy. You know, it's like set on a planet like Earth, and yet it's far fetched. It's not in reality. Whereas my Ava Fox books, they're all set in like they're more contemporary. They're right here in everyday life. In fact, Independence was written in a scene. It's a scene. It's basically a short story in Kings Bay, Georgia. So that's how I keep them apart. The only thing that you can really see between, like a similarity between the two of them, um, is I think the actual characters in themselves, sometimes their characteristics bleed into one another, but as far as like their worlds are completely separate.
Yeah.
I like that. You use the two different pen names to diversify it. I like that.
I think for me, it's mine are fairly easy because, like, Unknown Love takes place in Mississippi and I've lived there, and then Unknown Family takes place in Tennessee and I've been there. So every place for books 1 through 4 I've lived, with the exception of book 2, She Lives in Hell first. But so it makes it really easy to not repeat world building. And then my characters are in and out of every book. So that's the way I was able to keep it, because each one's distinctive. So, and then I have a Bible for the people. So.
I figured it out right as I was speaking. I answered it in the comments, but I don't find myself with the world building crossing over a lot. However, I am noticing a trend in like the themes. Like, I can look at the storyboard right now that I'm looking at, and I have 2 stories as of right now where memories has a major play in both of them, and then I have a previous story in a charity anthology where it was for Alzheimer's, and so memories has something to do with that as well. So I'm noticing a pattern as far as themes and like tropes go, but the world building themselves is not crossing over. That being said, I purposely put cameos. Like, I have one of my characters from another series that's completely separate. If you suddenly see the character with red hair that's short and spiky, that's the character. And if you've read all the books, you will see those Easter eggs. But it's literally just a quick mention Easter egg type of thing versus them actually crossing over from the same worlds. Video games.
Tamara, did you answer or did I miss that?
Oh, I haven't answered. Right now I have 2 series that I'm working on, and one is set here in Hawaii, and the other one is set in West Virginia, where I'm from. So the world building itself doesn't really cross over in that sense. Sometimes I worry that the 2 main characters, because they're cousins, that they're going to end up sounding the same. So I have to be really careful of that they retain their 2 distinct voices and their personalities. And one thing that I do that kind of helps me to not cross things over is, if I'm working on 2 things at once, then one thing I'm drafting and the other thing I'm editing. So it doesn't cross signals for me.
Yeah.
We had Meadow join us. For those of you who don't know, Meadow streams on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And she said, world building has been difficult for me. I focus more on the characters and their journeys, not much on the world itself. Eve says, I love world building. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I am. All right, and I agree with Amy because it's time for our last sprint, and then we can get ready to do outros and head over to Bethany's channel. So let me get the timer ready. And let's go. All right. How did everybody do? Let us know how you did in the comments because we are going to celebrate that Alice Cho got 10,024 words. That makes the second person to hit 10K. 10K Sunday. I'm so happy that you guys got those on my stream. I'm so happy that I get to be part of the group that gets to celebrate with you. It is so awesome.
I dream of 10K days.
That'd be like a multitude of books for you.
Yeah, that'd just be like 20 kids' books. Be like, done. My poor illustrator would quit.
To get ahead like that would be great.
Yeah. That'd be good.
84 words to spread.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know how many words I got, but I edited 2 pages.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I started on chapter 4.
I wrote 461 words, and I passed 6K. So that's all I'm going to get today.
That's awesome, though.
That's fantastic.
It is.
That's killer.
I got 213 words, and I'm realizing that sometimes the heavy scenes are the hardest ones to write. Maybe don't start your chapter with a heavy scene.
Or like do, but write it at the end, and just shove it back in the front.
Right?
Yeah, I've got no idea how many I've got because I keep losing track, but I do know that I'm 200 short of my 5K personal goal. So I'm going to try to get those 200 for the day, and then I'm going to take my win and prance happily into the, well, I'd say sunset, but the sun went down a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right. So in the comments, we got. Okay, somebody could message me on Twitter. Okay. Lottie got 385. Words of the Web. Watch the cats play. Emily got 135. Amy thought we were part of the background music. Emily got 129. Tamama got 125 plus type out outlines for future scenes. The word count for tonight is 2,685. That's awesome. Congratulations. Excuse me. Lottie got 4,603. This is awesome. These are good numbers. Y'all are putting up big numbers. Sincere just got 920. I finally answered the questions I needed answering. That's awesome.
Wow.
Leo said congrats to Allison, got 154 words. Megan got 109, but I'm doing dialogue and I can't stand dialogue. Eve got 244. And says, where did the time go? I wrote 30 words, and at first I thought that was a crochet blanket, and then I realized it was a snake, and it was just a whole mess of feelings that I had in that moment.
It's a pretty snake.
Charlie got 315 in the sprint, 7,747 words so far. We got one more stream. I think you can hit that 10K if you push. Jabria got 296. That brings me to 1,392 for the day on this project and close to 5K on the day. That's awesome. That's awesome. Angel, you said I made more progress on the character sheet I'm making for the love interest in my story. I just finished drawing his different expressions. Melon and Madre got 155, turned into a disco, currently writing a 70s Baltimore club scene. That's awesome.
Oh,
Lauren said, edit my blog for the weekend. Now it's caught up, so I can keep adding to it for the next 3 days. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this stream. Would you guys like to start with your outro, starting with Amber? And we're going to go like this. We're going to go Amber, Eve, Dana, Sky, Tamara, Grace, and me. Got it? Okay. And I'm not going to get it wrong this time.
All right, guys, I'm Amber Kraft. I write paranormal romance. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you. if you have a book out, make sure you let me know if you'd like to be on my podcast Afterthoughts starting in August, and it will be on YouTube as well as all the podcast venues. And Unknown Love is available on Amazon in paperback and ebook form. And if you get the one that says Ambercraft, you will get a surprise later and get a free book later. So, because the name is changing on all the things. So, yeah, that's me for now.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, hello all. I am Eve Daniels, aka the Nerdy Nanny. I write kids' books and I also create videos about the writing process. There's one up right now. It's me vaguely ranting at the camera over how you become a children's author, and I don't have an answer. So that's fun to watch. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell. I know a lot of different channels have been getting delayed notifications. So whenever you subscribe to someone, make sure you hit the bell so that you know when they actually create something that you'll be able to see it. And I don't have a regular stream time because I don't, but I will be streaming 2 Sundays from now on the 26th. Keshe and I are going to double team that weekend. So you get your self-care on Saturday and you get your self-care on Sunday, and you can just take care of yourself. All right. That's all we want you to do. We want you to take care of yourselves. All right. So Miss Dana.
Yay, it's my turn. I am Dana Gollin, and you can find all of my good stuff at danagollinwrites.com, to include my Ava Fox stuff, because that's really what people come for. Anyway, yes, real quick, Shaylin, I just wanted to say, yes, the puppies were sleeping all day today. It's been like 110 yesterday. It was 113 today. They were exhausted. A storm came in, the weather turned nice, and so I kicked them outside. But I promise they will be back soon. Oink is here, and she's just as oinky wonderful as ever. So, have a good night.
All right. I am Sky, and I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Haggis. I did this 10K challenge today with the hopes of working on an anthology piece that I want to submit, and I'm 3/4 of the way done with it. So I didn't quite finish it, but that's okay because I wrote and changed up and rewrote various things. So but I stream. I did get words. I stream Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern, and I post videos when I post videos. So that's me.
Fair enough.
And my name is Tamara Woods. I'm a cozy mystery author. I was working on Beachbound 2. I got through 3,026 words today, and I am now in chapter 4, and I started in chapter 1. So I've made some good progress in that respect. I stream on my channel every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. Hawaii time, which is where I'm at. I don't know, come over and subscribe. I make videos. I do collabs. I do stuff.
She does all the stuff.
I do stuff.
Just say you do stuff. You do like all the stuff. All.
All right, guys, what I do? I'm Grayson Wild. Right today, I worked on the Project Sun. That's my fantasy. I don't have a regular streaming time. I just been jumping on with Cachet whenever she asks. Then I jumped on earlier with Nerdy Nanny, which is pretty awesome. I can be found on Instagram at grayson.wild. That's wild with an E. Before I pass this on to Cachet, I want to throw some love out there because I saw a lot of new names today in chat. So for those who don't know, there's a wonderful romance coming out July 22nd called The Healer's Love by the Naked Firefly. If you check out her channel, she also has a wonderful guided meditation. I love it. I've been using it every day, and yes. There's also a wonderful author tuber named Sid Sapak. He's been uploading wonderful videos such as the Evergreen Writing Retreat merch unboxing. He actually pulls out the merch and he shows and talks about it, what he likes about it, and it's fun watching his videos. And like the timer that Cachet was using today, that was his. He just uploaded that. He worked hard on it. I'm so proud of him. There's also Miss Lizelle Sanbury, who has amazing videos about writing and being Black on AuthorTube. There's Charlie Dorsett, who started uploading videos again with topics about Black Lives Matter. And that's important to me because I lack of action and silence really speaks volumes to me. So I really appreciate Charlie speaking up about Black Lives Matter. So Charlie's actually starting to stream again, and I think that's pretty cool. There's Divided by Sight. This speaks about disabilities. Her YouTube journey is I like watching her videos again. She literally has one talking about her YouTube journey and describing what's going on with her. She also has poetry. She's super wholesome, super sweet, very supportive. So please check her out if you want to see her stuff. There's also the nerdy nanny. Like she just talked about herself. I'm gonna talk about her again because she is so sweet. Like I said, I just met her earlier, and honestly, I can't help but smile the entire time. Just videos on diversity, and her and Cassie made a wonderful video about character crafting, which helped me so much. And today she hit over 100 subscribers. I know Cassie said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again because that is freaking awesome. So, here to win, Cassie.
All right, and while he was talking, I was dropping Sid's channel and Lizelle's channel and Charlie's channel, and the Nerdy Nanny channel is in the description, so you can find it there. Everybody who's on here is stuff is in there except for Grayson's. I'll be putting Grayson's stuff in there. I'll also have Grayson's social media where you guys can reach out to him and things like that as well. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Cachet. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I was the organizer of today's 10K Sunday, and I am so glad that we did it. It is going so well, and we have one more leg of it to go. So I'm going to let you guys get out of here, and I'm going to say goodbye until the next time, which for me will be Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Or maybe I'll do a pop up before then. I guess you got to subscribe and hit that notification bell to find out. Bye.